my uh my light just my electricity just went out. So the stream just shut down. There's nothing I can do about it, and now I have a bad connection. Uh, that's a shame. If you are here, could you just tell me if everything is does the audio quality is good? Is your stream lagging or anything? Because I just restarted the stream because my electricity went out, and I'm just trying to see if everything is working right. But it doesn't seem like it is, because my connection after the electricity went down, my connection is really poor. So I'm sorry if you're lagging or you can't hear me. Uh, but yeah, let me know if that's the case. Okay, I think my connection is a little bit more stable now. Um, it's such a shame that this happens, but it's something. Well, it had to happen sometime, and it's probably going to happen again sometime if we keep streaming. Because here, where I live, electricity shuts down really often, like maybe more than once a month. So yeah, I can't do anything about that. So the only thing that I can do is when the light or the electricity comes back again, I can just start streaming as soon as I can. But there's nothing else I can do about it. So I'm really sorry that the stream just shut down. But that's uh, I don't control that. So yeah. So before moving on, I'm just going to check that the stream is okay. It doesn't seem like it's okay. So yeah, I'm just going to yeah. Let's see. Let's see. It says here that it has the stream has excellent connection, but can you tell me if your stream is going if it's good? Could you tell me? Because I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Because yeah, if the electricity comes back, like yeah, it seems to be good. Thank you, Negrev. Thank you. Yeah, so if the lights or if the electricity shuts down again, what I think I'm going to be doing is just recording on OBS what I do and uploading it then on my YouTube so you can see that there. But let's just cross our fingers that my light doesn't go out again. Okay, what were we doing? Because I just got lost. Yeah, lost track of what we were doing. Yeah, we were trying to see here if yeah, we were trying to see here if the player drinks correctly. So let's just open the game here. Let's just wait for an enemy to hit us, so we know that everything's working. Just check. And now that we hit, yeah, it's okay. Now we can go to our Notion here, player hit, and shrink is done. So I still want to do this a little bit faster. So I'm going to put, instead of 2.5 of growing velocity or growing value, I'm going to put 3 and particles for this. So we could use the same particles for, or some similar particles to our projectile impacts. But what I want to use here is something custom for these ones. So I'm going to create an effects here, effects particle system. I'm going to put here explosion or player hurt. I'm on the way, so yeah, player hurt. Particles here. I'm going to set this to 0. Sorry, you select everything. 0, 0, 0. So it's centered. And now what I want to do is an emissions. I want to put this to 0. You are not going to be able to see. I'm going to put this like here so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm just changing these values to make some particles. So the duration should be 1, I think, or maybe 0.6. The start lifetime is going to be 0.62. The start speed is going to be 4. Start size is going to be 0.25. And the thing is, on emissions, we are going to use a burst. So 30 particles are going to come out of this. And in a burst. And the start speed, I think it could be a little bit more. Yeah, like a 5, it's okay. Let's use our... Okay, so stop action. Stop action could be destroy. So when once it ends, like the animation or these particles just stop their functioning, they just destroy themselves. Let's go to shape. Let's make this instead of a cone, let's make this a sphere. Yeah, so they get like to each they get this shape, so the particles come in this this kind of way. And now do we have physics? Yeah, gravity modifier. Yeah, I want this to have a little bit of gravity, so it's going to go up first and then go to go down. And maybe put this a little bit more speed so it gets further out. And yeah, I want to change this renderer to, instead of particle on lit, I want to make this uh, sprite default, this one here. And now it's looking like this. And what I want to do is change the color over lifetime and the size over lifetime. So the color over lifetime is going to be, it's going to get more transparent while time passes. And it's going to start as a red, really, really red. And it's going to go to 25, it's going to go a little bit more black. Yeah, black. And then it's going to go 50 here, like a little bit grayish here, a little bit, yeah, still red. And then it's going to go Raylandia. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Ray. I'm just doing a game in 10 days. We are making a game about basically you're a turret that's on the center of the screen. Some enemies are going to come around you. You try to shoot them. Yeah, I'm going to show you how this works just now. Just let me change these colors here. So this 75% is going to be white, and I think I want to this opacity at 50% is going to be still opaque. And now these particles look like this. I'm going to just turn that off so I can show you the gameplay for now. So yeah, when you press space, you're going to move to one way, and when you release, you're going to shoot. And next time you move, you're going to move to the other way. And that's the basics of the functioning. And you have 4 types of projectiles apart from the normal one that are going to stun the enemies, put them on fire, or it's going to be an explosion, or poison. So here you have, when you kill a certain amount of enemies, you're going to have this upgrade screen that's going to allow you to maybe increase, for example, the chances of their next projectile fired being a poison projectile, or it's going to increase your health, or other things. We have 8 abilities that are going to be shuffled each time this screen opens. So yeah, that's what we have, and we were doing some putting some feedback, like shrinking you when you get attacked. So yeah, when you get attacked, you're going to be shrinking for some time, and the enemies are going to shrink too. So yeah, you can see there that they shrink a little bit, and you can put states on the enemies, like for example, this is an explosion, but you can also burn them and all the other stuff that I mentioned before. And yeah, now what were we doing? We were making some particles. So these are the particles that we're doing for when you get damaged. And these are not going to loop. I just want this to happen one time, but we are going to loop them now that we are just testing how it looks. So yeah, I want to loop them for now. And yeah, we changed the color over lifetime, and I'm going to change the size over lifetime. So I want this to be have a growth curve like this, maybe. That it starts small and goes and it grows, or maybe the other way around. I think that yeah, this looks a little bit better in my opinion. But Raylandia says looks good. Thank you. I think yeah, it looks kind of good for now, and it looks good for a game that's going to be made in just 10 days, and this is day 8. So yeah, I'm having high hopes for this how this is going to look, and maybe we can combine this curve. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to make this go this way. And this is going to be our particle for when we our particle for when we get hit. And maybe I can put the lifetime to 0.5 and 0.5, and the start speed maybe to an 8, and the start size maybe to a 0.2. So I'm just changing values here to make these particles. And now that we have these particles, I'm going to just make them a little bit slower and change their lifetime to 0.3 or 0.4. 0.3 is okay, and let's make this a little bit more, have a little bit more speed. And change this. So yeah, I want something like this. Something like this. And it's not going to look good now because I'm just looping them. But now I can drag this to our prefabs here. And yeah, on our prefabs, I can put this. So I can then delete this from our scene and go to our player script. Yeah, this is our player script. And I can put here serialized fields so I can assign them in the inspector. I put private game object, and the name is going to be hit particles. And what I want to do is when we receive damage, here when we receive damage, I want to instantiate the hit particles at transform that position or current position, and the quaternion is going to be the rotation is going to be quaternion identity. That is the same rotation that's default to our object. So now what we have to do is just assign the hit particles here. There's the new variable here, and I'm going to just drag these player hurt particles to here. And when I press save, let's go back and play. And let's wait for an enemy to appear and attack us. And let's see if these particles are working. And this should work. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. I'm not sure, but the particles, I'm not really convinced by how they look. Not really convinced. So maybe we can tweak them. Let's go to our particles here, player hurt particles. And yeah, what are we going to change? Let's make this looping again, and let's press play and see why. What can we do? So maybe just increase this the speed here. But the problem if I'm this way, I'm going to cover the particles, and if I'm this way, I'm going to cover the values. So maybe I'm just going to be out for while we do this. And okay, if the start size is going to be like this, I maybe want to increase this a little bit more. The duration is going to be 0.25 instead of 0.3. And yeah, the same basically. So it's just a flash of particles. And I can put here on size over lifetime. Yeah, I think it's okay. Color over lifetime is okay. The shape is okay too. So what do we have here? What do we have to change here? Maybe some noise. So I want some. I want this to vary a little bit. And yeah, that's enough. I'm going to put my face back again. And yeah, let's just put this back to not looping and press play. And let's see how this looks now. And I think it's quicker, so it's more like I want it. So yeah, let's just wait until an enemy comes to us. And yeah, we get these particles. But I'm not really convinced yet. Not really convinced about these particles. Maybe I can make these particles, instead of a sphere, I can make this a cone. So let's go. I'm going to put my face, like get my face out of the way now. And I'm going to go back to our player hurt particles. And instead of a sphere on shape, I want to put here a cone. And it's going to be the cone radius is going to be really small, like this, 0.25. And the angle is going to be really small too, so it doesn't get too much dispersion. So maybe, yeah, a 5 is okay. And let's just press play. And yeah, it's too much, I think. Maybe I'm just going to put the noise, eliminate the noise. Let's make this emission, instead of 30, it's going to be 20. And maybe we can put a little bit more angle here. Angle here. Maybe 7.5. And remember that we're going to be looking at this from this position. So like this. So play. Yeah, and I want this to shrink in size over lifetime. I'm going to be the reverse. So something like this. And here in color over lifetime, I think I want to... No, I think this is okay. I'm not going to change too much here. Not going to change too much here. Yeah, I think if I play now, this is kind of looking okay. Maybe I'm going to put this, make this a little bit less size. And the lifetime is going to be like really short. It's going to be a really quick explosion here. Let's save. And let's go back to trying how it looks. And yeah, let's wait for an enemy to come and attack us. Yeah, and I think it's not working because of the rotation. Let's just step. And let's see how this looks. Okay, so the particles are rotated the wrong way. So you can see the projectile hard particles are this way, and I should rotate this like this. So they should be rotated minus 90 degrees on X. So that's what I'm going to do now. Rotation minus 90 degrees on X. I think this is already rotated this way. But I think that I'm changing that here. So what I'm going to do instead is just Neger says, I'm gonna go study for tomorrow. Good luck. Okay, thank you for sending me luck, and good luck for your studies. Or if you have a test tomorrow, good luck for your test. And if you're studying because you want to be prepared for tomorrow, whatever it is, good luck anyways. So thank you for being here. Another stream, and I'm going to update you on the progress when you join another day. So yeah, good luck and bye bye, Negrev. Okay, so here, instead of saying quaternion.identity, maybe I can just or I can grab the object here and say game object go equal instantiate, and now I can say here go dot rotation a transform that rotation equals to vector 3 dot let's see what vector can we use here. We can use -1 on x, so vector 3 dot left times 90. So this should oh, and I have to say quaternion that Euler because we are working with rotations here. And this is x, this is y, and this is y, or z. And we have a problem here. It says, okay, so we don't need that. We just need this to be -90. Yeah, let's play again and see what's happening. Okay, so we have to wait for an enemy now. I'm going to drink some water. Yeah, and I can see the particles now. But I think they should disperse a little bit more. Like instead of, let's go to our player hurt particles. Let's just make the lifetime a little bit more, 0.25. And let's make the shape here on, let's time this by 2. So it has more angle. And let's check again. It's just trying and adjusting, trying and adjusting, trying and adjusting. But that's so all the visual things work mostly. You just have to try and see if you like it, and if you don't like, or it's something that you don't like, you just go back and fix it or change it until you find something that you like. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. So we have particles and we have the flash red. So let's go flash red. So what do we need for that? We need to have 2 mesh renderers, basically one for serialized field, private mesh renderer, one for the turret or the player mesh renderer, and one for our auto turret mesh renderer. And when we receive damage, we're going to do something. So I also need a timer here. Yeah, we need a timer that's called float. A red flash timer. And we need a private float red flash time. So the time is going to be 0.0 or 0.05 f, maybe. Yeah, 0.05 f. And I'm going to say here, if it's received damage, like if the turret receives damages, if the turret receives damage, I'm going to say, okay, auto turret mesh renderer or player mesh renderer first, that material that color equal color that red, and the same for the auto turret mesh renderer, that material that color equal color red. And I'm going to put the timer. So flash or red flash timer equal to time plus flash or red flash timer or red flash time, sorry. And now I'm going to check an update if let's see here, if the flash or red flash timer is minus or equal. No, I think I have to check first if the player measure that material, that color, it's not equal to color that white. I want to check if the flash red timer or red flash timer it's minus or equal to time that time. I want to say here I want to say okay, make this player match render that material color equal color at white, and the same for the auto turret match render material color equal color at white. And that should be it. I think it's all going to work, but I have to assign on the player here. On the player, I have to assign the basically the turret here, turret model. Is it turret model? Oh, so we have a match render for this one, for each one. Next shot color. Okay, so I have to make an array. I have to make an array for this one. So player match render. I'm going to put S here. I'm going to make this an array, and I'm going to say the same for the auto turret, and it's going to give me some errors that I can say here. For example, I'm going to put this, I'm going to check this 0. And instead of saying player match render here and all this stuff, I'm just going to say for each match renderer R or MR in player match renderers, I'm going to do something. So basically, I'm going to grab the MR dot material dot color. It's going to equal color dot white, and I'm going to do the same for the other one. So each match renderer MR in auto turrets match renderers, I'm going to say MR dot material dot color it's equal to color dot white. And now I have to go and change all these things again. So where do I have these errors? I have an error here. So I'm going to do this here. And instead of setting color dot white here, I'm going to set color red and color red. And let's see if this works now. Let me drink a little bit of water while I wait for the enemies to attack. Okay, so now we are having a problem. So we are stuck at being small and we are not growing. Yeah, that's the problem. So now I'm going to say here, okay, if for each, we did the same here. Red flash time, that time, plus red flash time. And what's the problem here? So this should be working separate from our matches. But maybe I'm having another problem. And I can see, and I can go to our console, and this message is no longer needed. So I'm just going to delete this here, so I can send other messages and see them. And let's press play. And in Notion, I can see here. Well, we have it's going to be 11 now. We have 2 hours and 20 minutes to make all of this here. It is all of this task, and we have an index out of range exception. So basically, because I didn't assign anything here, that was the problem. So we have 3 here. Yeah, because 1, 2, and 3, and is this? Yeah, I don't think I need to grab that one. So I'm going to put here just 1, 2, and 3. And for the auto-turret match renderers, I think there are 3 too. So auto-turret here, and I'm going to grab the model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 5 here. And assign them 1 by 1. 3, 4, and 5. And now it should work, yeah, as we want. Let's just save here. Let's press play. And see, wait for an enemy to attack us, and it spawned pretty quickly, so we have luck. And yeah, I think it's working. You can see there that everything is turning red for a moment there, because it's white here, and everything's turning red. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we wanted. So I'm going to use go to our task on Notion, and I'm going to go flash red like this, and I'm going to go to our GitHub and say player hit feedback, and under the description I'm going to describe exactly what's happening. So we are making player flashes red, spawns particles, and shrinks for a moment when attacked. So I'll commit to main and push to origin. Okay, let's minimize this, and we can pass this from doing to done. One more task done, and now we are going to move on to the next one. So the next one is the enemy elimination. So for enemy elimination, do we need anything here? Because we have one when the projectile touches the enemy, and maybe we can put some. Yeah, maybe we can do some particles for the enemy elimination, but I don't think these are the most important. The most important particles or game use that we can add now. So I'm going to. I said that we would do only game use this one, but maybe we can do other tasks that are more important for now. But before, I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. And let's do this. Let's see, what can we do now? So sounds and music is going to be for maybe tomorrow. Animating the bot is, yeah, going to be for tomorrow, or if we have time for that. Visualizer of how many times you have picked an upgrade. So this is important, I think. This is important to do. And I think this is important too. UI display health, but this is more important. And redesigning the UI could be, yeah, I think we could redesign the UI. This is, we could redesign the UI tomorrow. So for now, just displaying the health. Displaying the health is important. So maybe I'm just going to put this here. Visualizer of for how many times you have picked an upgrade. That's also important. So card upgrades shouldn't be all the same. Shouldn't be all the same. I think I can put that for tomorrow. And let's see, what are we going to do today? Enemy elimination, experience on UI. So these are our UI too. So MX experience on UI. And upgrade screen animation. So basically just put an animation for the upgrade screen. It's not just appearing like instantly. And selecting an upgrade is going to have some feedback, some more feedback. So there's not a lot of tasks for us. So I think maybe we are going to be able to put some of these ideas in the game. Okay. UI display health. Let's do that. UI display health. So maybe we could put a health bar. We could use a health bar. Yeah. So let's go to our managers here. We have a UI manager here, a canvas, and a timer. And I think I'm going to go for. I want to make this. Let's see. Points needed to upgrade. I want to make this a bar instead of this counter here. So what I'm going to do is transform this to another a bar. So how are we going to do this? Let's make first the current task, and then add make the points until basically the experience points bar in the UI. And this is going to be a task for of type UI and programming. And first I want to make the display health bar. Now, how do we do that? I'm going to create a new UI image, and this is going to be health bar, called health bar, background, and I'm going to put this somewhere along here, like set this to here. And now where is our image? Yeah, our image is here. So let's go to 2D view here. Let's center this. Let's go to T so we can change this better. And I'm going to change the height of this to be maybe a 40. 40 I think is okay. 40, and the width is going to be maybe 300, 400 maybe, 400. Yeah, 400 is okay for now. And this is only the background. So this I want to be black. Maybe put this 24 by 24, 24. And I want to have some transparency there. So this is going to be alpha of 200. And inside of this, I want to put another image. So UI image. And this is going to be expanding on all sides. So you can see there that I put this here is stretching. So yeah, I want to have some padding there from the left. It's going to be maybe 5 padding. From the top is going to be 5 too. 5 here and 5 here. So then we have a var there. That's going to be red. And I think the red that I want is some red like this, maybe. Like, let's put just full red and make this a little bit more close to the white, so 70 and 70 maybe. Yeah, that's the red that I want. And let's change this sprite to a UI, right? So it's a little bit, it has rounded borders instead of just this square, this square. So yeah, these rounded borders are a little bit better for me. And what I want to do with this image is make it filled. So we are having some problems with that because we should make this is not scaling correctly. So we are going back to our none here, and we can change that later. Let's just make this be a square or with rough edges. And we can see here that when you put this to fill, so I want to call this health bar. And where is my modes? I'm not sure what happened to my image there. Oh, so maybe I have to put an image for changing it. So yeah, you can see here that this is going to be a filled image, but I want to be filling this on the horizontal axis, and I want to fill this from the left. So basically like this, it's working correctly. Now that we have this, I want to be assigning this based on the health that we have. And yeah, so how should we do this? I think we could say here, yeah, we could say here on our scripts here, player, here when we receive damage, we're going to send a message to our UI manager. So the UI manager is here, UI manager script. And I'm going to create a function that's called public void. And the name of the function is going to be update health. So I have to pass 2 things to this function, and it's going to be int current health, and another int max health. So with that, we can say here, okay, I need to create some variables here. So health display variables. I want the image here, serialized field private image, and it's going to be I don't want this library, I want the using Unity engine UI, and that's allowing us to use image here. And I'm going to put health bar image, and here I want to say health bar image that fill amount is going to be equal to current health, or max health divided by current health. And I think that's a formula, right? For getting percentages, or is the other way around? I always mix this up. Like if I want to get the percentage of, uh, I should get current health divided by max health, I think. Let's just check if this works, and I can make this a float. So I get yeah, I get a floating value, or like not a decimal point, and I have to call this from receiving damage. So basically, after the health is subtracted here, I want to go to UI manager instance that update health and pass the current health and the max health. And let's just save here. And I need to go to the UI manager on our scene, and I have to assign it here the health bar. That's our image, or red image that's controlling our health, or our health display rather than our health, because the health is controlled by the player itself, but it's updating the health in the UI with the other script. The UI manager is handling that. So yeah, if we get hurt, we are updating that. And I think it's working, but we are not updating it when we are regenerating health, because we are also regenerating health each second. So when we regenerate health, I want to update this too. So regeneration amount, if regeneration timer here. This is what I want to do. So after this happens, I want to say update, or sorry, UI manager instance that update health, and I want to pass the same thing here, the current health and the max health. And yeah, that should work. Now you can see that when I press play, it's going to mostly the same is going to happen, but now you're going to see how the regeneration of health actually you're going to see the regeneration of health actually be displayed on this bar. And I'm going to just make it bigger so you can see this better. You can see here that it's regenerating a little bit of health. And I think it's too much health for now, but we can change that later when we get to balancing. So yeah, the health is there. The health is there. So now I'm going to put this UI display health to done. So here on GitHub, I'm going to put here display health on UI. Display here health on UI, and just put a description of health display, or health bar that displays the current health of the player. I'm going to say commit to main here and push to origin. It updated and made the experience points bar in the UI. So we are transforming this 0 out of 30 to another bar. That's going to be let's see. This is the points to need to upgrade background, and I want to make this the same height as the health bar. I'm going to be using, instead of points text, I want to have a UI image here. That's going to be our experience points, or points needed to upgrade bar. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to make this stretch here. I'm going to have 5, 5, 5, and 5 of padding. And I want to give this another color. So basically, I'm going to go full full blue, and I'm going to put 7 here and 7 here. The same that we did on our health bar, but now for blue. I need an image here. This is going to be a square sprite for now. We can change that later. And the image type is going to be, instead of simple, it's going to be filled. And I'm going to, this is the radial fill, the normal default, the normal behavior. But I want to make this horizontal and start from the left. So basically the same that we have on our health bar. And yeah, I think that's it. Now I'm going to put this. Maybe the health bar is a little bit more important in my opinion. So I'm going to put this here and put the points needed to upgrade like this. And make this, make sure that this is the same color. So 24, 24, 24, and 200. And now I can do the same for points here. So basically create on UI manager, I think we have a function for upgrade points needed to upgrade. So what I'm going to do different here is, instead of points needed text, I'm going to, let me just delete this. We are not going to need this, but we're going to need an image. And it's going to be called points needed bar image. And I want to do the same here, basically the same that we did with the health bar. And what I'm going to do is grab the points need bar image, that fill amount is going to be equal to, let's compare this to a float, the current points here, and I'm going to divide this by points needed. So now when I go here, I can just go to UI manager, press the UI manager, and I can drag the yeah, let me just check. This is, yeah, this is public. Okay. Yeah, so we can assign this now on points needed bar image. So yeah, I just drag this to here, and now I'm going to save, and I'm going to try and see what happens now. Oh yeah, I'm not actually updating this anywhere. So when is this called? Update points needed to upgrade. No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay, because at the beginning it should be 0. So it's not going to show anything. So now when I destroy an enemy or eliminate an enemy, I'm going to, yeah, get a points bar. And this points bar is going to be, like, I could make that a level, like it gets reset, but I think having this as it is okay for now. Or yeah, it's okay for the game. Just you get more experience each time, and when you fill the bar, you are going to upgrade. And you see if I can eliminate, yeah. And this is working correctly. So now I'm going to go to our Notion again and make the experience points a bar in the UI. It's going to be done. Let's go to our GitHub here and experience points points needed for upgrade turned into bar. The points needed for next upgrade now is a bar in the UI. So coming to main, switch to origin, and what's the next task? Visualizer for how many times you have picked an upgrade. So we have 8 upgrades on. Yeah, we have 8 upgrades on the game. So we need 8 icons for that, and I think we could assign the icons tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We could make the art for the icons. So I'm going to put icons for the abilities that you have picked. And this is going to be art, and it's going to be Unity, because I have to assign the things in Unity. Okay, so let's make the visualizer first, and the icons I'm not going to do today. It's going to be something for tomorrow. Visualizer for how many times you have picked an upgrade. So we have upgrades for to-do list. It's going to be for poison projectiles, for fire projectiles. It's going to be for stun projectiles, for explosive projectiles, yeah, projectiles for max health, health regeneration. And we have 2 more that I don't remember. We have auto fire. Oh yeah, I remember actually. Auto fire rate, and player fire rate. So yeah, I'm going to just copy this from here to our icons. So we have the same things to fill for our icons. So now I must create something somewhere so you can see the abilities that you have picked. And maybe I can put this here on the bottom here. Yeah. So let me just drink some water. And we still have 2 hours for today. So maybe we'll have time to make a build for so we can update the build that we did yesterday. No, I think the build that we did that yesterday, or yeah, because today is Tuesday. Okay. Let's go check this again. Visualizer for how many times you have picked an upgrade, and maybe this could be maybe you have the timer here somewhere. Let's just take the timer here, timer display. Yeah, I'm going to just copy the timer again. Going to the copy of the timer, and I'm going to put here another thing. So this is going to be, the timer is going to be this color, and I want this to be a brighter white maybe, or a gray. Gray, let's say 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, and 100, and make this opacity of 100, 100 too. So yeah, now I'm going to call this icons or upgrades, upgrades visualizer, or upgrades display. I think it's a better name, upgrade display. And I'm going to delete this text here. And now I want to make this larger. So width is going to be maybe 600, I think is going to be okay. We don't need a lot of space. So maybe I'm just going to try with 500 width, and then we can tweak the values. So all of these icons fit. We need 8 icons for our 8 abilities. Okay, so health bar. Health bar. Yeah, I'm going to just close this, and I'm going to close this, and we are working on the upgrades display. So we need images for this. We need this image. Let's see. Let's make this. We could make this maybe 70 by 70, so it fits on our bar. And I can change the position of this to here maybe. Something like this. Okay, so minus 200, minus 200. And this is going to be projectiles or piston or P fire first. P fire. P fire. I'm going to duplicate this again and add to the X. I'm going to add 70 plus another 10. That's going to be to separate this. And this is going to be called piston. Duplicate again, plus 80 here. 80. This is going to be called poison, P poison. So for projectiles, I'm going to put the P before the name. Let's make it again. Let's move this 80 on the X, and this is our last projectile. So P explosive, and we have to add 4 more, and I don't think we're going to get enough space with 500 of width. So I'm just going to add width here. 600, and maybe we are going to need like 700, maybe 700, and 470 here, and I'm going to put minus here, minus 100, then 105. I think that's okay. So I'm going to do the same for each one of this. Minus 105, minus 105, minus 105. So they look like they are not, they don't have the same spacing here, but they do like they have the same spacing here. That's weird. Let's just duplicate it. Let's see what happens. Then I need to create one for max health, health regeneration, auto fire, fire rate, and player fire rate. So let's go for max health first. max health. And let's increase this by 80. Let's duplicate this. Let's increase by 80 here. And this is going to be health regeneration. Regeneration. Or just regen for short. Duplicate it. Plus 80 again. Oh, duplicate it. No, I forgot to duplicate it with Control D. Plus 80. And this is going to be auto fire rate. Fire rate. And the last one is going to be player fire rate. So I'm going to just add 80 here. And I'm going to call this, instead of auto fire rate, or I'm going to put here player fire rate. And I don't need to name this auto fire. I want to name this auto turret fire rate, because that's the actual thing that we're controlling or changing. And I'm going to make this all of this start from here. So basically just changing the pivot here, because I want to make this a little bit shorter. So this way it's not going to alter anything but the size. So 650 here and 445 here. And yeah, these are back to the center now. And I'm going to move my camera to here. And now that we have that, I'm going to, well, we need a number here to represent how many of this we have. So maybe we could put like just the image. Over the image, we could put the number. So what should we do? Yeah, I think I'm going to use add here on the upgrade display. For I'm going to create here a text for each one of this, but before making a text, I'm going to make this have a different color. So maybe let's just say the fire is going to be red. Fire is going to be red. Stun is going to be this light blue. Poison is going to be this dark green. Explosive is going to be orange color. The max health is going to be it could be red too, but it's going to be conflicting with the other that we have. So I'm going to make this a little bit more clear. The health region is going to be clearer or more saturated green. I'm going to put the auto fire rate to a gray maybe, but auto turret fire rate is going to be maybe one like a darker blue, and the player fire rate is going to be a yellow here, yellow. So yeah, these are just colors for so we can distinguish them, but actually we're going to change these images for an actual images, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, we need to add text to each one of this. So let's add text here. Let's just make this text occupy all the space here. Just 5555. So they get a little bit of padding. And I'm going to call this text. I'm going to call this text. How should I call this? This could be called times upgraded text or upgrade amount. Upgrades text. So we start at 0, and this text should be centered. Yeah, it should be centered. And I'm going to call or say here x 0. So it looks like a face there, but it's the times that you have updated, or sorry, upgraded this. And we're going to do the same for each one of these ones. So let's drag the yeah, UI text, upgrades text, text x0. And where is it? Is it should be expanding here 5 5, and it's centered. So it's a little bit hard to see the text there on stun, but we're going to change this to images, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so next one is going to be poison. So the same bit is the same here. Maybe I can grab all of this and add UI text, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not going to work. Effects, no. UI text, upgrades text. And I think I want to just copy this for next time I have to name this. I can just paste alignment here. This is going to be expanding 5 5 5 5. And next one, super quick, text, copy here, assign this text to x0. Alignment is center and center. And here we're expanding on 5 5 5 5. The next one, the same text, copy this, x0, alignment, and here stretching, and 5 5 5 5. And we have 3 more to make. It's UI text or ramage, no. UI text touch mesh pro, and just copy this here, change this here 5 5 5 5, change the alignment of the text, and the same here. Text, where is this text? UI text match, copy this, x0, stretch 5 5 5 5. Alignment on the center, player fire rate. We just have to make this one, and it's the last one. UI text metro, copy this, x0, stretch 5 5 5 5, and we have to align this on center on both horizontal and vertical. Okay, now we have the values that we can change now, and I'm going to create here on the UI manager here. I'm going to create a serialized field, so we can assign them in the inspector. It's going to be private, it's going to be type text tmp text, but it's going to be an array. So it's called upgrades display texts, and it's going to be equal to new tmp text with a size of 8, because that's the number of abilities that we have in the game. And yeah, I want to change that. So but the I need other thing here. So what I need is to call this from other scripts is the upgrade manager. Uh, that's much. Welcome to uh, this stream. This is day 8 of making a game in 10 days. And you say, I have not seen the other broadcast that this development is about, but I can quickly tell you what this is about. It's basically a game where you are this turret on the center of the screen, and enemies are going to come around you to get you. And yeah, you have to kill them. And the way that you move is by pressing space key. So basically, you press space key, and you move to one side. And when you release, you're going to shoot. And next time you move, you're going to move to the other side. And basically, you have to kill these enemies here, and you're going to get upgrades. And you have eight abilities that you can upgrade. And for example, you could choose here in this upgrade screen, like increase your regeneration, your stun projectiles, and this we have 4 types of projectiles apart from the normal one that generate different kinds of effects. For example, we have a fire, poison, stun, and explosive projectiles. Each of these ones are have different functionalities. For example, the explosive puts a radius that's going to be hurting the enemies and in that radius. The fire one, it's pretty predictable. It's just setting the enemies on fire. And yeah, you can, for example, increase the chances of your next projectile being one of these. For example, I put stun projectile, and it's going to increase the probabilities of my next projectile to be of that type. So yeah, that's what we have until now. And we are doing pretty good progress, but today is day 8 already. So we have today and 2 more days. So not a lot of time, and we have all of these tasks in Notion that we are doing, but I think that we're going to be able to at least finish these tasks, and maybe finish these tasks in the days that we have left. And here are some ideas for what we could add if we have more time, but I don't think we are going to be able to do anything that's on here. Except for the title ideas. These title ideas are just names for or suggestions for the name of the game, and you're welcome to give us a name suggestion so we can put here, and then pick one name to give to this game. Yeah, so we are doing the visualizer for how many times you have picked an upgrade. So when you pick an upgrade here, I want to display with these buttons here, or well, they're not going to be just images with colors. They're going to be images that I'm going to design maybe tomorrow or the day after. And yeah, I just want you to know how many times you have picked an upgrade. So you can stack these upgrades to improve. For example, you can go full fire and try to fire as much or shoot as much fire projectiles as you can in your run. Okay, so here I'm going to check the upgrade manager script that we have here, and what's the other one? The let's see, because we have an upgrade manager and we have an experience manager. That's the one that I was looking for. Yeah, so here I'm basically, when I kill an enemy, I'm calling this from the enemy. So this is updating the points needed to upgrade. And yeah, I don't think I need to do anything here. So the other functionality is on the upgrade manager. So here, whenever I do an upgrade, I want to send a message to the UI manager. So first I'm going to create those visual effects look really nice. Thank you very much. We did those the past stream, I think, and yeah, they turned out pretty cool in my opinion too. Okay, so here I'm going to make another function that's going to be public, so I can call them from other scripts, and it's going to be updating upgrade display. So I'm going to need here to pass this function an int index upgrade index, and I'm going to yeah, I have to add to that. So I think this is going to be enough. So where should we call this, and what should we do with this? So let's just make the basic functionality for this. So this is going to be grabbing an upgrade display text with the index that we specified here, and it's going to yeah, I need to pass a number here. Sebastian Reyes just followed. Thank you for the follow, Sebastian. It's a pleasure to have you here on stream. And here, I'm going to need a number. So I'm going to store that number whenever we make an upgrade. So here, I'm going to put here. I want to serialize this so I can see it in the inspector, serialize field, private, and it's going to be of type int, and it's going to be called, it could be called upgrades, or times upgraded for upgrades. Yeah, and this is going to be an array, so we need this to be an array, and it's going to have a size of 8 because that's the number of abilities that we have. And here, when we have to add to one of this, and then we have to call with an upgrade. So I'm going to pass a number here, so int number to display, and I'm going to put here that text equal to, first of all, x, so we know it's times something, and I'm going to add a number to display, that convert to text to string, to string. And I think that should be enough for our updating upgrade displays, or I want to call this upgrade display. Yeah. And here I want to make that each time you upgrade something, I want this to, oh, okay, so we already have indexes for this. So the first one is going to be fire, then explosive. I'm just going to write this down here, or yeah, here. Indexes, first come fire, then explosive, then fire rate, or player fire rate. Then it comes fire projectile. Oh, okay, so this is the first one is the auto fire delay. So this is auto turret delay, or fire rate. Then it comes the explosive projectile. Then the player fire rate, then the fire projectile, then health increase, and then it comes health, then regeneration, regen, Then it comes stun and poison. Stun and poison. Stun and poison. So this is 0. This is 1. This is 2. And we can make a line break here. This is 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we are missing something because we have 7 here. So this is yeah, auto fire rate, then explosive, then we have player fire rate, then fire projectile, and that's okay. And then health, regeneration, yeah, health, regeneration, fire for health, then regeneration, then stun. I think we're missing something. Stun and poison. Oh, here. I forgot to add the command, and here 7 equals poison. So yes, I'm going to save this, and we have to go to our, yeah, here I'm going to use call. I don't want to have these comments here because we already know that this works. So I'm just going to select each one of this, and I'm going to comment them. And here I'm going to use the UI manager, or before doing that, I want to add to this the times upgraded. So here I'm going to put the yeah, and on the switch I have to put like I could go each one by one doing this, but what I prefer to do is say here times upgraded for upgrades. The switch, we are grabbing the ability index, and I'm going to add this one. So plus plus. And after that, I'm going to call the UI manager and say instance that update points need to upgrade. No, upgrade menu, upgrade display, and I'm going to pass the ability index, and I want to pass the times upgraded for upgrades ability index. Okay, so now it should be working. The only thing that's not going to work yet is, or the only thing that we need to do for this to not give us any errors is actually assigning the things on the inspector. So I'm just going to put this to my other monitor so I can see the values while I'm assigning this stuff. So let's go to our UI manager here. UI manager, and let this load. Upgrade display texts. So these are 8 texts, and we have to put this on order so they can work. I'm going to put my camera to this position here. And yeah, so the first one is going to be the auto turret fire rate. So this one is the auto turret fire rate, upgrade text here, first one. Then it comes the explosive one. So P explosive, upgrades text here. Then it comes the player fire rate. That's player fire rate here. And then fire projectile. After that comes the health increase. Health region, and this is max health. This is the one that I need. After that, we need the so this is 5 index, and 5 index is region, so health regeneration. And we have 2 more, the stun, P stun, and P poison. Okay, now that we have that assigned, I'm just going to save and hit play, and I have to get an upgrade, and when I get an upgrade, these numbers should change. So let me just eliminate some enemies. Eliminate some enemies here. Okay, so now I get the, we still have to fix this because it's not scaling with our screen. And for example, I'm going to get fire projectiles, so you can see here that it changed. We have no more chance to spawn fire projectiles, and you can see that I took just 1 there. And for example, I'm going to increase the explosive projectiles, and this is going to be a 1 now. Yeah, and it's working correctly. Okay, let's just pause this or quit the game. And let's go to our Notion here. And these are all done. These are all done. So this task is done. Visualizer. And I want to copy this so I can put this on my GitHub. And I want to name this upgrades times picked or time selected display, and I want to put this on the description. Visualizer for how many times you have picked an upgrade. Okay, commit to main and push to origin, and I'm going to put my face here now. And yeah, so this is done. And I think that I also want to limit the times that you can pick an upgrade. So for example, you can't go higher than 20 of probability of any projectile spawning, because it's going to pick some at random. If you have, like, I don't know, 100% of probability of firing a fire projectile, and you have 100% of probability of firing a stun one, I don't want you to have 100% in all of that. So okay, let's put another task here. Limit the amount of times you can pick an upgrade. So basically, you're going to be able to stack them, but to a certain point, it's not going to have any effect. Limit the amount of times you can pick an upgrade. And this task is programming, so that's just programming. And I don't think this is so important. So for now, I'm just going to drag this to something to do tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Yeah, I think animating the bad boss is not the most important thing now. So I'm just going to put, or this is just a bat, but we put the bat boss because it sounded funny. Like all the enemies were bats, or all the enemies were bosses. Okay, so enemy elimination, game use. So what could this be like? We already have some particles for the states of the enemies, like when they get to fire, you can see that they are burning and stuff, and they change their color and all this stuff. So when they get destroyed, maybe we could just make them, we can try something. We can put particles that make them vanish, like it's like maybe since this is a Halloween theme game, uh, it's just because of the enemies. There's nothing of Halloween here, but the enemies. But maybe we can put some particles that when you kill an enemy or when an enemy dies, it's just going to be like some kinds of some kind of smoke that goes away. So put particles. Yeah, I don't need to put a description here. I just explained what's going to be like. And let's just try that. And before we do that, I'm going to just minimize this on the inspector so it's not going to be on the way of us doing the current task. Let me drink some water before I continue yapping. Okay. The first step to do this is creating the particles that we're actually going to use. So let me just go to our center and I'm going to create effects, particle system, and this is going to be called enemy death particles. And I want to use the renderer. I want to use sprites, like basically these ones, the squares. I want to use the shape here. You're not to seeing because I'm on the way, so I'm going to just go to the other side. Maybe change this to a cone, and I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to just put this here so you can see that on the stream. I'm on the other way. Okay, so here I'm just going to press play, and yeah, instead of this being, yeah, I think the mission will work, but I want this to go to have a little bit less radius, so it shrinks and it's more concentrated. This could be a 0.3 maybe, and the angle is not going to be that high of a number, so we're going to drag this from 25 to 15 maybe. And we have to, since this is going to be like smoke or something, I want to, oh, and I forgot to add this again. I Control Z and forgot to add this again. And I want this to be, to have some noise. So basically some randomness to it, because it's going to be like smoke. And I want to modify two other things, color over lifetime. So it starts kind of black. So I want this color to be kind of black, maybe 24, 24, 24. And it goes progressively wider. Yeah, and I also want to make this size over lifetime to start small. Start small and expand. So this way, like this. And it's the problem with this now, it's that it is it has too much duration, so I want to limit this to a duration and lifetime of 1, so it looks more like I want it. And the start size, so I want to modify the size of this to be more like this maybe. Yeah, I think that's enough. That should work. That should work. Maybe I want to put on emission maybe 15 instead, so it's more particles. And I want to change the color here, and color over lifetime, I want this to be progressively less opaque, so more transparent. So they look like this. And yeah, I think that's going to work for our I'm not sure. I maybe want to just add an explosion too. So maybe I can make another particle here. I'm going to just copy this one. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to disable the first one. And I'm going to call this enemy death particles 2. And I'm going to change the emission. I'm going to change this to 0. Going to make this a count of 10. Put a shape here of, instead of sphere, or sorry, instead of cone, a sphere. And I think something like that would work, but I'm going to put a lifetime that's a little bit shorter, maybe half of it, and increase a little bit the speed. The duration is 0.52. So yeah, I think with that we are, yeah, where we can combine these ones. So this is not going to loop, and this is not going to loop either. I can create an empty particles or enemy death particles. I'm going to call this 1. I'm going to center this first. I'm going to center this one too. And this one is going to be centered as well. And I'm just going to put the ones that we created now into its own object. And this object now I'm going to drag to our prefabs here. So basically just dragging this to prefabs. And I'm going to delete this from the scene. Now I have to spawn this when an enemy dies. I want to spawn this. So that's what we're going to do. And I have to go to our enemy script. And on our enemy script, we're going to put another serialized field so we can see it in the inspector, and it's going to be a private one. It's going to be a game object type, and the name is going to be death particles, or sorry, death particles prefab. And yeah, death particles prefab. And this is going to be here somewhere in. Okay, so this is where I want to go to the die. Is it? I have a, yeah, here, die. When I die as an enemy, I want to instantiate. Sorry. Instantiate. What do I want to instantiate? I want to instantiate the experience. No, the death particles prefab on what position? The transform that position, or that's the same as our current position and our current rotation, or sorry, the default rotation of the object. So that's going to be enough. And I'm going to create another script here that I want to assign to that particle. So it's just basically a script that's destroy in seconds. Temp. Hello there, Roman. How is it going, friend? It's going pretty good. Actually, we have done a lot of progress. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Temp. And tell me, how are you? How has your day been going? And what are you up to? Okay, so here we need to assign here on our where? Yeah, on our death enemy death particles. I need to put another script here. That's the one that we created just now. That's called destroy in seconds. And this script is now empty, but we need to change this here. So basically, on void start, I'm going to call this function basically destroy this game object. In how many seconds? I'm going to put this here. Serialize field private float seconds to destroy, and I'm going to put this as 1 for now, seconds to destroy, and maybe this is going to be 1.1f. One question: if I make a game in Unity and export it into itch.io, if I become famous, do I need to pay 1 cent per install? Because I'm good at Unity, but I don't really know. No, you don't have to pay anyone anything unless you get $200,000. And when you get $200,000, Unity is going to ask you to upgrade your plan, and you start paying a membership with Unity. So yeah, you don't have to worry when you publish a game, unless it's free. You're not going to you're not going to give anything to Unity or to anyone else, unless you're going to collect revenue. If you are collecting revenue, then once you pass the $200,000 threshold, you're going to have a membership with Unity. But I don't think you're going to have to pay anything else, unless it's for I don't know, if you're getting PayPal. If you are going to receive the money on PayPal, you will have to pay their fees and all that stuff. But Unity is not going to charge you anything. If I don't make money but I'm famous, do I need to pay? No, you don't have to pay anything if you are just famous. You can be as famous as you want, but unless you generate over $200,000 with your game, you don't have to pay. Okay, so I need to assign this to the enemy death particles here. Yeah, and I think that's all that we have to do. Now let's try this. Let's try this. Tempton says, okay, thank you. No worries. It's a pleasure to answer your questions. And if you have any more, just feel free to ask. Okay, so let's see. We have an error here. So where's this error? The variable death particles prefab. Okay, I didn't assign something on the enemy, so I have to go to each enemy here, and yeah, I need to assign death particles prefab. So here, where is my prefab? Enemy death particles, and I need to assign these particles here. So this is for enemy fast. Enemy normal is going to be, I need to assign this here. So enemy death particles prefab. The same one for the really slow one. Enemy death particles is here. And the last one is for enemy slow. And I have to do the same. Just drag these two here. And let's go back to our normal camera. And let's press play and see if there's no errors now. Okay, let's just try to eliminate one of these. Yeah, I think it's too much. It should be quicker. So let's go back to our enemy death particles. Maybe this could be like half the time that is right now. Start lifetime is half the time. And this is half the time too. So instead of 1, it's going to be 0.5. Yeah, and 0.5 here. Let's use save and see if this is better. And we still have 1 hour and we have done a lot today. So yeah, let's try to eliminate this enemy. I think that's a little bit more like it, but I still think I don't really like it that much. Like it's too much time. So maybe I can make this a little bit faster. So you can see this enemy is going to die. You can see there. Yeah, I think I can just make this a little bit faster. Like the explosion, sorry, the enemy death particles could be 0.4 instead of 0.5. Maybe a little bit more speed here. And here I can make this 0.2 instead of 0.25. And the start speed could be a little bit more too. Now let's try this. And let's check if this is working as I want, or looking rather than working, because it's working, but it's not looking as I want. And yeah, I think it's kind of okay. And I think I can make this purple color. I think it's going to be a little bit more fun. So let's go to our enemy death particles, and let's go to the start color, or color over lifetime. And let's make this red and green, maybe 200 and 200, or sorry, maybe this is going to be 100 and this is 200. Or maybe let's put a little bit more blue here and a little bit less green. Less green. And yeah, maybe it could be a little bit darker, so maybe 160. Yeah, I think this color is okay. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste this color in here. Oh, in here. Yeah. Let's just save, and let's try and see how this looks again. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that way better. Like it's more colorful. You can tell that it's kind of magical disappearing. It's like I think it better fits this game, or the aesthetic that I'm trying to make something Halloween like. So yeah, I think I like that way better. Okay, so this is enemy elimination. So particles for when the enemies are eliminated, and that's done. Yeah, let's just save. Like, yeah, I made sure that I saved, and enemy elimination particles. I'm going to put the same message again here. Particles when the enemies are eliminated. Commit to main and push to origin. Okay. That's how much time do we have left? We have 50 minutes, so I can I think I can make some of these tasks here. So what's the most important task here, or the one that I want to make rather? maybe we can put the upgrade screen animation. Yes, the upgrade screen animation. So basically, I want to change some things on this screen. So let's go to UI Manager, Canvas, and upgrade UI Canvas, so or background. So these cards are going to have changes now. Are going to be changed. So I want this to be really expanding with the camera. So maybe this could be, let's see. I want this to be bigger, so maybe 600 or 900. I think that 900 is an okay height for our cards, and I'm going to go with 600 by 600 or 600 by 900. So these are a little bit they are a little bit bigger, and I'm going to do the same for each one of this. 900 by 600. And I think I'm going to have a little bit of a problem with the sizes, because it's going to be hard to accommodate them in the view. So maybe I can just, yeah, I'm going to make this instead of 900, maybe 800 or 840. Yeah, 840 seems okay. I'm going to do the same for this one, 840, and for this one too, 840. Okay, all the same size. And I have to change now the width. So the width should be so 840 divided by 3, and that's going to be multiplied by 2. So 560. I'm going to just copy this for every card, and I want to have a spacing of 600. So we have a space 600 between these cards. Okay, so now I have to make these cards different. So let me just save this. Let's go to our upgrade card, because that's where this should be changed. Or upgrade card, where are our upgrade cards? On UI here, upgrade card. So yeah, this is going to be 840 by 560. And I'm going to use, this should be the same icons here. The icons that go here, you can see this image that's on the center is going to be the same ones that are going to be here. So you can know which ones to pick depending on the icons. Now, where is this icon going to be? Maybe I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Like this is 800, so or 560. So I think we have space for something bigger. And yeah, let's just put this on the Y0 maybe. No, I think I want something like 150 or 200. 200 seems okay. Yeah, 200. And let's go to our ability name. And I'm going to expand this by 402. Yeah, maybe this could be a little bit more wide. And let's drag this down. The description is going to be wider too, 460. Let's drag this down. So the thing with this, the thing that I have to change now is that as we have a lot of space now, this ability name text is going to be really, really small. So I want to change this to a better size. I'm going to multiply or make this height be 60. So then I can auto size this. And let's make it like 80 maybe. Or 70. 70 is okay. And I can give this a little bit more spacing now. So instead of minus 35, minus 10, so it's a little bit lower. And now on description text, I'm going to give this maybe a 40 of sizing, or maybe 50 sizing. So maybe somewhere in between 46. And now I'm going to put this way and extend it that way. And I want this height to be something like this, maybe. Yeah. So the new cards are going to be a little bit different than they were before. And instead of this image just floating here, I want this to be the background, the image icon background. So I can put the image inside this. So here I need another image here that's going to be extending on all sides, and it's going to be having a spacing of 10, 10, 10, and 10. Okay. Now I'm going to change the background here. I'm going to make this UI sprite. And I'm going to change this upgrade card. I want to use a UI here too, because I want the corners rounded. And I'm going to change the color of this to be a transparent black, so 24 by 24, 24. Really transparent black. And the image is going to be just this one. But I'm going to put the opacity down, just because I'm just trying to see what works and what's not working. So maybe I'm just going to make this background. I'm going to put this on the center and make this background wider, so it has the same width of the text. And I'm going to stretch this. And that seems okay for now. I think that's okay. Maybe we can just make this be 360 by 360. So we have a little bit more space, and then we stretch it. And let's press save. So but it's Cable, bro, hi. So I watched day 5 and I missed day 6 and 7. Can you update me? For sure. So by this Cable, it's so good to have you here again. So now we are changing some things on how these cards look, but it's just placeholder, just because we did some other changes. I'm now going to update you, but let me first change this to here, like in front of everything, and let me just save. So I'm just going to maximize this. And okay, now we have a health bar here. The points that we had before, like the experience points that you needed to upgrade, are now a blue bar here. These are the upgrades. For example, if you pick a fire projectile, it's going to be reflected here. How many times you pick an upgrade. This is the timer that we had before. let's just press play here. We did a lot of game use, so the game is looking and feeling a lot better. Like we have some screen shake. I'm not sure if you saw that we have a lot of particles now when you kill an enemy. We just implemented that they have this particle that's kind of purple, so it's more like magic disappearance. And now we are changing these ones. And for example, when I put these explosive projectiles, this is going to increase, so it reflects that you have selected that upgrade one time. And yeah, we have some particles when you get attacked, and we are shrinking the enemies when they get attacked too. So yeah, basically a lot of things that are related to how the game feels and looks. And for example, I'm going to put the auto fire now to be has less delay. And you can see, for example, when I set an enemy on fire, you can see the actual particles. So yeah, a lot of stuff, and it looks way better in my opinion now. Yeah, so that's what we have. If you see something that I didn't mention, I can explain it to you, but we did so much that I'm not sure how many things we did or what's new to you. We have 43 tasks done now. We are making this one now. We're upgrading the screen animation, basically putting an animation on on the screen, on the upgrade screen. So it's instead of just popping instantly, I want it to be like have an animation that make it look a little bit better. And if you can see, we have been streaming for 2 hours and 9 minutes, but that's not all that we have done today, because in the morning I was streaming too. But the thing is that the electricity went off here where I live. So yeah, it basically just cut my stream. Cut the stream for me, and I had to restart the stream and all this stuff. And at the beginning, it wasn't working appropriately. So yeah, this is the second stream of today, and I'm going to be dividing this in parts. Copenhagen, hi. How's the game going? It's going pretty good. Somebody's Cable just joined and asked. And Somebody's Cable said, "This is awesome. I'm looking forward to the finished product." And yeah, so if you just joined Copenhagen, we have a health bar now. We have an experience bar now for how much points you need for the next upgrade, and we have how many times here you have picked an upgrade. And apart from that, we have put a lot of game use or feedback for your actions. So basically, screen check for when you fire and when the projectile impacts with the players. We have particles for fire, for example. For the poison, we have more particles for when you eliminate an enemy. Yeah, you were in day 4, so yeah, we have done a lot from day 4, since day 4. And yeah, you can see here, for example, if I choose the explosive projectiles, this is going to increase, and you can know how many times you have picked something. And yeah, that's basically it. We've done a lot. But we still are not finished, because we are today it was like polishing day. Basically, all these tasks that were on game use, that's the game and feel of the game. That's what we are and we were doing today. So yeah, I have to put an animation here, and tomorrow, on the day after tomorrow, that's going to be the final day, the day after tomorrow, we are trying to put some music, sound effects, redesigning some things in the UI. Somebody's Cable says, does Unity support Python, and is it available on Mac? I think that for your first question, does Unity support Python? I think Unity doesn't support Python. because it supports C# and JavaScript. But I think that it could be supported with an extension, like a third-party extension, but not natively. And is it available on Mac? Yes, Unity is available on Mac, but I haven't tried it. I don't know how it works, but I think it should work just good. So you can try and see how it runs on your Mac. Yeah. Okay, so let's make an animation for our upgrade screen. So basically, I want to make this upgrade UI background have an animation. So how do we do that? I'm going to go to animation here, create. Let's go to animations. I'm going to create a new folder here. That's going to be called UI. So we can, in case that we have animations for other things, we can have they can have their own folders. So this is going to be UI here, and the name is going to be upgrade screen. Yeah, that's going to be the name. Okay, so now I can go to animator here, and I want to go to animations, UI, and yeah, I want to call this open. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to call this close. And I'm going to make this a create state, empty state. That's going to be called default. And yeah. So Body's Cable says, great, because my small Mac Mini can't do Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, Unreal Engine is really, really heavy on resources, and it's difficult to run it without crashing or even just having it open. So yeah, Unity is way lighter than Unreal, unless you're going for high definition. You have what are called render pipelines here, and at the beginning of your project, they are going to ask you like, okay, what kind of game do you want to do? And basically, they have like templates for making high definition, ultra realistic stuff, and just the universal render pipeline that is like normal graphics or stylized graphics. So Body's Cable says, my Mac has like 6 GB of RAM. I can think you can run that. I've run Unity in PCs that are way worse. Like maybe 4 GB of RAM, and they don't have a graphics card, and they still run Unity. So don't worry about that. Now upgrade screen is this is going to be default. So I want to delete this. This is going to be default behavior, and okay, yeah, I think I want this to be. I want this to be yeah, on any state. Let me just drag these animations here. So it's close and open. So the tree here is going to look like this. So create state, empty, and this is going to be another animation, I think. That's going to be, let's duplicate this, closed, or just, yeah, closed. US closed. So here, I'm going to go to any state, and on the screen open, I want to go make transition here and transition to default. And when I do the upgrade screen close, I want to make a transition to here and then to here. And yeah, I think that's all. So let's go and assign some parameters here, or create some parameters here that are triggers. So this trigger is going to open, and this trigger is going to close. Let's use these conditions to open. So this open is going to go here and has exit time. No, it's going to transition duration. No, it's going to go instantly to the upgrade screen open, and this has an exit time of the transition duration is going to be I think just 1 exit time. It doesn't have any transition duration. And for this one, it's going to be close, and it goes here, and it's going to transition in 1 second, and this doesn't need transition duration. Now, I think that's all that we need, but these animations are empty. We don't have animations. We just have the tree. So let's go to our upgrade UI background. Let's go to animation, and you can see here close, and basically, yeah, close is going to be here. So this is going to be opened, and what I want to do now is press record here, and yeah, it's going to start this way, and I'm going to make the scale. I'm going to change the scale now. Change the scale, and in maybe 10 frames or 6 frames, 8 frames. I'm going to go 8 frames. I want this to be on 0.1 and 0.1 and 0.1. So this is going to be like this. And I want to deactivate it. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's enough for our close animation. Let's go to our open animation. And our open animation is going to be the other way around. So basically just 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. And our 8th frame is going to be fully open, so 111. And let's see how this works now, because this is not going to get triggered now. So we have to assign a script here that we're going to create on UI here. That's upgrade screen. And I'm going to go to our upgrade UI background. That's our upgrade screen. And I'm going to assign that to here. So you can see here, I'm dragging this to here. Okay, let's open this new script, upgrade screen here. And what I want to do here is void on enable. So basically when this gets activated, I want to do something. And when this gets disactivated or deactivated, I want to make something else. So on enable, I want to grab, I need first the animator component on this, upgrade screen that we just created when we created the animations. It automatically created an animator component. So we need this animator, and we are calling this animator. And on enable, I want to say to this animator, okay, set trigger, open. That's the trigger that we created for our animation. And set trigger here on close is going to be close. Let's do save. And we have to go to our operating screen, and we are going to assign our animator here. Let's press save. And let's see what happens when next time this gets opened. Okay, I didn't see the animation. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to see the animation either here, because it's happening. This is happening too fast. It's too fast, our animation. So let's just try again. If we can see, yeah. Let's just make our animations a little bit slower. So this is the animation that we had here. And I want to grab this, and I'm going to drag this to maybe 0.20. Let's see, 0.20. And this is the close. I want to grab the open too. So I'm going to grab this and drag this to 0.20. Okay, let's try this again. And let's see what happens when I eliminate an enemy. Now when I get enough experience, yeah, I don't think the animation is working at all. Or it's way too fast. One of two. It's not working, or it's way too fast. And when I close this, it's not even going to appear. So yeah, let me just try one more time. And here, let me just kill one more enemy. Okay, now I'm going to show you here. Let's choose the player. Yeah, here's the player, and you can see that I'm about to hit I'm about to hit an already on fire scarecrow, and the UI should appear now. Like, yeah, exactly. But you can see that the animations are not happening, even though the animations exist. And give me a second, I'm going to be right back. And but before leaving and coming back, I'm going to read what Ray Landias has to say. Do you think about continuing with the development at the end of the 10 days in case you see potential in the project? Hello, Ray. I think maybe the next day after we finish it, like the 10 days finish, the project is done. But the next day, we can add some more stuff and maybe add an update, but it's going to be outside of the normal game. And like I have a lot of projects that I think have a lot of potential. So for example, I really like this one, Radical Rumble. I really like Monster Cooker, and I really like Blendguard. And I think this game has a lot of potential, but I'm not going to be doing anything with them at least for a year, because I'm just trying to make some small games and prototypes for this year and maybe next year. At the middle of next year, maybe I'm going to pick one of my favorite games that I've done so far and expand it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what other games we have, because I really like Radical Rumble, I really like Blend Guard, and I really like Monster Cooker. But yeah, that's the thing. I still want to make really small games and keep uh, doing these demos. Maybe a game in 10 days is just really small, so you can't get the best of the idea that you have. But maybe doing a game every 1 month or every 2 months is going to be great. Incandescence says, hello Incandescence, first time I see here on the chat is welcome to our stream. This is day 8 of making a game in 10 days. And you say, hey man, what game are you making right now? I'm going to show you real quick. I was about to go and but I'm going to show you, okay? So let's play. You are a turret on the center of the screen. Enemies are going to come. Hey! Enemies are going to come and try to attack you, and you can move with space, and when you release, you're going to shoot. Next time you move, you're going to move, but to the other direction. And basically you have stun projectiles, fire projectiles, explosive projectiles that you can unlock with when you kill a certain amount of enemies, you're going to get this screen. And here you can select, for example, if I select explosive projectiles, I'm going to increase the chance of my next fire or my next shot to be of explosive, to be an explosive projectile. And here, what we just did now is, for example, if I choose explosive projectile, it's going to update this image here. It's going to be saying ×1, for example, and you can see how many times you have picked an upgrade. And yeah, that's what we were doing. We were also doing some effects here. You can see that the enemies get on fire and all this fun stuff. And some particles, so the game looks and feel better. And yeah, let me just live for a moment. I'm going to be right back. Not going to take too long. So yeah, be right back. I'm back. And Incandescence says, I used to make Roblox games. No, I really enjoy web dev. That's awesome that you are you didn't let the development like you switch from game devs to web dev. And I at some point I studied game dev and made some websites, but I think it wasn't for me. I'm not sure, and I just I first started with game dev, then I went web deving sometime, and when I got to backend, it was like, okay, I don't want to do this. I and I switched back to game dev, but for other reasons, like I really enjoy making games more than webs, but that's super awesome. And yeah, making web dev is a big or hobby or job. I don't know if you make this professionally, uh, And you say it. I think it's really great that we found our path. Yeah, that's super awesome. And we share some things like you're going to understand the programming stuff. So it's really fun to be sharing our journeys here or our paths here. Great to have you here. And yeah, tell me, do you do this professionally or it's just your hobby for now? Okay, so let's see what were we doing here. Yeah, the upgrade screen animation. So why could this be not working? So we have the animations, but the thing is that they are not getting triggered, I think, because we can look to our animator here, into our animator, and we should see. And okay, so yeah, we are here on default, and let's see, for example, is this, I want to know if this is getting called, because it's not getting called. Maybe I forgot to assign something, and that could be the problem. That's not being assigned. So yeah, I didn't see this happening. So Rick Condes, I'm back, bro. Hello, Rick. Good to have you here again. And um, we are doing some animations for the upgrade UI. So I want basically to alter. I want to alter the scale on this one. So for example, I'm going to go 2D and center this. So I want to basically do this when you close it, like it's animated, and the same way around when you open it. So this way. Incandescence says, I'm a CS student at the moment. I don't really have time for a job, but I do some side projects and doing something like a Linktree as a software as a service right now. Side projects. That's so cool. You should. That's so cool that you're studying computer science and also making projects while you're studying. I think that's simply the most important thing that you can make while you're studying is making side projects with all the things that you learn. Not only because um, you're going to put to test the things that you're learning, but you are going to have something to show after you get done with uni or college. So yeah, awesome. Keep it up. Now, where we? I think I need to deactivate this. I have the animator assigned. Yeah, exactly. Are you studying something at the moment? My story is different. I when the pandemic hit, um, I discovered game development. I was 15 at the moment, and yeah, it kind of got me interested into that. But it wasn't until like 17 that I actually started really, really studying. Like I basically got obsessed with studying, and last year I was in uni, but at half of the semester, like I did one semester, and during that semester I talked with a lot of people, and yeah, I was basically, for what I think, I was losing my time there because I was not. I already know how to make the games that I wanted to make, and the programming stuff I had all of it covered. So I quit university. I just quit it, and this year and next year I'm going to be building games, doing my portfolio, and working my social media, and hopefully I can do this full time, being an indie game dev. And if this doesn't work, I guess I'll just have to find a job with a portfolio that I'm going to have after those years. Incandescence says, I sometimes feel like I waste time. I waste time at university too. Yeah, yeah, but I think sometimes it's part of it, and the only person that knows if university is good for you or is a waste of time is you. So Yeah, all of um, our lives and paths are different, and you know what you have to do for yours. Uh, okay, so let's just try to UI manager. I think I need that. The upgrade manager, I'm going to close. Enemy 2, destroying seconds, I'm going to close. Upgrade screen, no, I'm going to leave it open. And the experience manager, yeah, I think I'm going to close that too. Okay, so why is this not working? Maybe because I'm I'm not able to trigger this when it should be triggered. So let's go here, upgrade screen. Do we have this assigned? I think I didn't assign the no, I didn't assign the script, so that was the problem. The script was good. Okay, so timer display. No, this is upgrade screen. So, oh, we already have that assigned. We already have that. So the problem is not there. The problem could be on the animator. So I'm setting the trigger, and I'm going to just confirm that this is I wrote this correctly. Yeah, I think it's good. We don't need a transition duration. We can go there. And I don't think we need a transition duration here. Let's try this again. And it says can't preview inactive object using fallback object. Okay, we'll just see what that's about after we fix this. Okay, so yeah, no animation. But I want to check if now I'm going to pause this, press here, and see if the next. Okay, so I'm on default. This is default. I can just step, and it's this way, and I can. Okay, so I think this is. Oh, the time scale could be because of the time scale. This time scale is set to 0 now, and maybe I can just say here on the upgrade UI background, maybe I have to make this unscaled. So this is on scale time. Let's see, UI manager. This is the canvas, and no, blocking time or blocking mask is everything. Could be with the time scaling. I have a hunch that that could be it, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. Pirate motion. No, I don't see anything about time here. As you search, let's see. UI time scale. Yeah, with time scale. Make UI not affected by. Okay. I think that's so long as click by changes to make the scale. If you want objects to ignore that or that operate according to a different time scale, you might want to look to encapsulate proper. I think I could just make everything else be in time scale, like the time scale of Unity, and I could have my custom time, but that's that would take some time, and I think Unity has a native way of doing this. So maybe I just have to search for the scaling of time here. Somewhere it should be because I've seen that option before, but not now. Continue to upgrade. Maybe that's on buttons. On buttons. So maybe here. Transition, color tint, fade duration. Interactable, target graphics, press color. Maybe I can search that on here. UI scaling, time scaling. Do people handle time scale and UI? Let's see this forum here. Turn off timescale effect on UI components using a setting somewhere in their animators. Okay, so it's something in their animators. Let's go to our upgrade UI background, and on animators, there should be a setting there. It says update mode, calling mode is always animate. On scale time, that's what we have to use because we don't want to take the time scale into the consideration. Let's see if that works. Now let's go to scene and try again, because we were the time was frozen, so it wasn't going to do actually anything. That could have been the problem. Okay, let's try to eliminate some enemies so we can get the screen. And yeah, I think this is progress. It's not working as intended, but this is progress. Okay, so auto fire delay. And that could be because there's a problem here on our animator tree. So let me just get the screen again, and we can check this and see how it behaves. Okay, so the problem is that it's getting to default before going to any state. I think that's a problem. So instead, I want to make a demonstration from here that's not taking into consideration any exit time nor duration time. The only thing I need to take into consideration is open. So this is going to back to normal after it finishes. And let's try again. These are pretty small changes, but we have to try and see what works and what doesn't, and just iterate in that. Incandescence, I just played Souls Collectors. Souls Collector looks and feels really great. Thank you. I think that's or at least as a developer, I think that's one of my worst games. Like it's not that fun for me. But some people have said, like you said, that it looks and feels really great. So yeah, thank you for your comment. And but one thing that I really liked about that game is how it looks. Like maybe the mechanics and stuff, it's not that fun for me, but I like the aesthetics, like the dark blue backgrounds and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to choose this, and let's see if this is working correctly now. And I don't think it is, because I didn't change anything else now, but let's just wait and see. Okay, so it's getting to default first. It's getting to default, and when it's in default, it's taking its time to load, and then I think it's going to try to open it again. Yeah, so that's the problem. It's somewhat hard, like Hotline Miami, but that's fine by me. Okay, you like the hard games. Uh, I really like Hotline Miami. It's a super good game, and some of my the first games that I made were bad because I really wanted to make this all fast paced and uh, like have everything quick and yeah. So I try to take some inspiration with yeah, some inspiration um, from Hotline Miami, but well, in all my games, basically, I try to take inspiration from Hotline Miami. Maybe in this one I didn't, and in the last two or three I didn't. But all the other games that I did, I tried to make all fast paced and all sync to the music or really heavy music. Uh, so yeah, just uh, just some data from me there. Okay. Um, I have 2 minutes and I have to go. So maybe this is going to I'm going to leave this task for tomorrow. But we did a lot of things today. It was pretty good. And if you can see, we have this stream is 2 hours and 48 minutes long. But I streamed like 2 hours in the morning. The problem is that the 2 hours that I streamed in the morning were like my electricity went off, so the stream just cut in the middle. So yeah, thank you for being here to anyone that was here. Thank you, Incandescence, Rick. Thank you, Negrep, that is always here. Ray, Raylandia, thank you for being here too. Somebody's Cable too was here. Conbank, Temp, Sebastian Reyes, Desmash, and Adrian, Camille, Melvin, to all of you, thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you next time with another stream. And Incandescent says, thank you for a good time. You're welcome, and see you in the next time.